Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. And today I have for you another My Monster Cards deck. Hope you guys are not sick of it yet. This time we are using Silent Swordsman. And shoutouts to both Bless and Pichu. They both suggested I try this deck after I used Silent Magician. Though I think in the order you guys are going to see it, you're probably seeing this before Silent Magician. But anyway, yeah, the deck works really well. Obviously what we're trying to do is a turn 1 Silent Swordsman with a back row. And we have a really high chance of that being our starting hand. The only way this deck can brick is if you have all 3 Silent Swordsmen and a Silent Swordsman's level 7. But most of the time you'll have at least one of your Silent Swordsmen and then you know, another warrior so that you can easily tribute for. The warriors I picked, they all do different things for the deck. First of all, Warrior Lady, it's a great out for a lot of monsters because you just have to attack to it or they have to attack into it and you can banish it. Doesn't target, doesn't do anything. So real good card. Full Helm Knight can negate an attack and also gives the deck a little bit of a synchro engine, although once my Silent Swordsman gets rolling, I never really had the need for a synchro engine, but if we happen to need it, we do have it right in here. Destiny Hero Decider, we can install if our opponent only runs high level monsters and you know they have trouble trying to out the Decider. It's also a quick it's also a nice way to go into our Silent Swordsman without losing card advantage. So you just summon him, add him back at the end phase after you've tributed with Silent Swordsman. Shield Warrior can protect any of your monsters from one battle, which is really good, especially once they already destroy your Silent Swordsman level 4 and then they're going for your Silent Swordsman level 7. You can use the Shield Warrior to protect him for a turn. And then Marinating Captain, arguably the best warrior out of here because he will help you with those brick hands. If you happen to draw your Silent Swordsman as your 4th card and you have Marinating Captain, you can shuffle him back, hopefully draw into a back row. If you have too many Silent Swordsmen in your hand, same thing. Shuffle one back, hopefully draw into a back row, something that can protect you. And we never really have a shortage of Silent Swordsmen because if our Silent Sword Slash hits the graveyard, we can easily banish it to add another one. And yeah, it's super good. I mean, Silent Sword Slash, you guys should know what it does. 1500 attack makes your monsters immune to any of your opponent's cards until the end of that turn, which is really good. You can use this at the damage step, which makes it even better because you can dodge whatever your opponent tries to activate, whether it's on summon or during an attack. It's just amazing. That's why it's at 2. 1D Prison, and then you know the back row is just personal preference. What we're trying to do is a protect the castle kind of deck. We want our monster that can negate spells, and then we have our back row to protect them, to keep them on the field. If we can take spells from our opponent, usually we gain some sort of advantage, depending on what deck you're going up against. Double Canadian 3 Floodgate to protect our monsters. I mean, you kind of have to, honestly, in this meta. There's too many good monsters that you need to be able to deal with. 1 Mirror Wall because people don't expect it, and then 2 Super Team Buddy Force. This is completely optional. You can run Wall of D, you can run more Mirror Wall, more D Prison, Widespreads for Cavalry, whatever you need. But I wanted to add the Super Team Buddy Force Unite for that synchro engine. You know, if I use my Full Helm Knight, for example, or if I have my Full Helm Knight, I can special summon a monster from my hand or the graveyard and maybe go into a synchro play. That was the thought process there, although that never really came up. But yeah, let's go ahead and show you some replays. Hope you guys are still enjoying this format, even though a lot of the content I've been putting out as of late has been live duels, whether they're you know from a Twitch live stream or just me recording live footage. So yeah, it feels nice to be able to work on several things at once and not have to rely on one or the other. So here we're going up against Yami Yugi. Could be Element Sabers, could be really anything, Destiny Draw. So we're gonna summon our Silent Swordsman using Full Helm Knight. There's a Molehu, immediately putting our Swordsman face down, that's fine. We're gonna activate the Canadian. That way we're protected the next turn when we just flip our Silent Swordsman face up. And look at this, Floodgate, that's fine. We're gonna use our second Silent Swordsman. Tries to Floodgate that as well. This time we can activate our Silent Sword Slash, making us immune. We're gonna search another one just to thin the deck, and now he pretty much loses. He can activate his skill, try to add Alistair, but we're gonna negate the one invocation. Even if he gets like a Molehu, he would need another monster to put our Swordsman face down. If he gets the field spell, we just negate the field spell before he's able to search. So once he ran out of cards, we completely shut his whole deck down, and it's an easy win. Feels good, man. We won through Molehu and double Floodgate. Think about that. Here we have Yugimoto. I believe they were also using my monster cards, and we would have been in better shape had we gone first, because normally decks like this are Cavalry Turbo. So he's gonna use Vion, send Element Hero, banish him to get a Poly. Goes into Dark Cavalry, turn 1. So we would have been able to stop this, obviously, had we gone first, but that's okay. We're not too afraid, because we did pick up our Silent Sword Slash. And the one thing, if you're not familiar with Silent Sword Slash, I'm gonna read it real quick. This card's activation and effect cannot be negated. So even though Cavalry can negate effects that target a monster, he can still negate, but the effect is going to go through anyway. So our Silent Sword Slash is perfectly safe. We also have a Floodgate, and we have Shield Warrior to protect us from one battle if needed. So he's gonna go Stratus, adds an element, a hero, instead of trying to go for the back row, which is good for me. We're gonna let him destroy our Swordsman, so we can special summon Silent Swordsman level 7. Activate Slash, he tries to negate. You cannot negate it. Gets destroyed. And now he's lost all spells, and I have a 4300, 2500 defense monster. Not only that, we pick up a second Sword Slash, and we can just OTK right through it. Yeah, back when we had Silent Sword Slash at 3, it was super frustrating getting just blatantly OTK'd by that card. Here we have a Mako, and this was kind of not a very eventful replay. It's just funny how many times my guy tried to get rid of my Silent Swordsman and just failed because of my Sword Slash.
Duel.
So we're going first. We're gonna summon the Decider, add him back after we tribute him for our Silent Swordsman. So we get to, you know, retain that card advantage. Abyss Megalo sending a heavy infantry and a marksman, so he's gonna be able to destroy a face up and a face down. I have to activate my Silent Sword Slash, otherwise my monster and my card are gonna get destroyed. If he hadn't sent the marksman to the graveyard and my back row was safe, I would have let him destroy my Swordsman and just upgrade it to the level 7. But yeah, so he's gonna try to target it, it doesn't get destroyed. That was attempt number 1, goes for Deep Sea Diva. Special summon into an Amatrix to try to put me into the fence position. No dice. And now we can just go for the win. 3500, we're going to search for another Silent Swordsman. Go for the Warrior Lady, tribute it for our Silent Swordsman. Hit the Amatrix first, crash, bring out level 7. And now he doesn't have any spells. I have a Floodgate. We're good. Whoa, I mean to take my headphones like that. Alright, we have 2 more. And probably a lot of you are thinking, yeah, any deck with that many Floodgates, that many Canadians is going to beat any deck. But this is about my monster cards and consistently being able to get a Silent Swordsman turn 1 on the field, which I think is pretty great. I love this skill, man. There's so many uses. Here we got Marinating Captain. going up against what appears to be Shiranui. I'm gonna shuffle back the Decider because we don't need him, and if I can have more back row with my Silent Swordsman, I'll always do that. We can easily negate a Cosmic Cyclone, so we can just set freely. Alright, Solitaire is gonna special summon. Because he didn't go for the level 3, I decided to let all this go through. None of this is a threat. Even if he destroys my Swordsman, I get a level 7, so I don't feel threatened by any of this. We're gonna destroy the Solitaire. Squire's gonna special summon the level 3. Now I feel threatened by this because he can start going for my back row, or he can banish a monster to destroy my Swordsman. So we're gonna go ahead and floodgate that. Now he can't even use the Spirit Master in the graveyard because he got greedy and tried to go for my back row first. Tries to destroy me, we're gonna use Deep Prison. Lowers my attack by 500, which is fine. We run into a wall of D, which is perfectly fine because we're just gonna upgrade to a level 7. And now if he tries to banish the Spirit Master to special summon a level 6 or anything like that, we can protect with our Silent Sword Slash. However, my opponent once again decides to go greedy and go for Squire. We're gonna floodgate the tuner yet again, and that's pretty much game. Negate, activate Silent Sword Slash, 28 to the face, GG. Not to mention, I finally had my Super Team Body Force to possibly go into a Synchro play. But no need. And then last but not least, we're going up against Nope. Mokuba, what was this? Guess we'll find out. Okay, 28 card Mokuba. They're going first. We do have our Silent Swordsman set. Oh yeah, I remember this. So we have Golden Castle of Stormbird, which is a really annoying card. It prevents you from attacking, otherwise your monster gets destroyed and you take damage equal to the attack. So it's going to special summon Princess Sin. Princess Sin is going to special summon Pumpkin Carriage. And no back row, which is good for us. So time to warn his whole deck useless. Run into the Stormbird, that's going to upgrade to level 7. Level 7 negates all spells everywhere. So 25 can't destroy me. Now the Stormberg is still going to banish the 10 because that's a cost, that's not an effect. And he does have a green Maju, which is good for him. However, I have the Mirror Wall. Had my second monster, so we get the scoop. Not even gonna give him a chance to try to Lava Golem me or anything like that. Going for game right then and there. And yeah, there's a Silent Swordsman, man. I mean, you can call this Silent Swordsman Turbo, I think, because really it's just like that. You get him turn 1 with such consistency, it's crazy. And then, you know, your last card, if it's not your Silent Swordsman level 7, you're guaranteed to have some sort of protection. Maybe not so much the Body Force, but you know, Floodgate Canadia, Mirror Wall, or Deep Prison. On top of that, you don't need more than one back row because you're going to be able to negate a Cosmic Cyclone trying to get rid of your back row. It's just too good, man, too good. And again, the extra deck is just full of really good cards as well. I mean, Archfiend's Call, they can target it. Brionac, you can bounce whatever you want. We just didn't even need to go into it. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And until next time.